might call it a blessing in disguise. The vice president of Collins Aerospace says his outlook on life changed after he was accidentally burned in a fire while just simply working in his backyard. This morning, and only on Eyewitness News, his story as he learned taking a step back could help all of us move forward.
The words I've used to describe it are sheer terror. When it dawns on you what you're going through is going to be irreversible. You just don't know how much.
The sun shining in Eric Cunningham's Collins Aerospace office doesn't quite feel the same as it did nearly 1 year ago.
When I went back to work, my biggest fear was I don't know how it's going to feel to have to talk about this.
Bandages now shield his hands from Mother Nature's heat after a controlled at-home burn turned out of control.
You just think I can back up and I can get away from it and then I'll be okay. I kept backing up and realized that all I could see was flame, and at that point I didn't know how bad it was.
Those flames burning more than 20% of Eric's body. His wife Ginny recalling the surreal moment she arrived back home as the ambulance pulled in.
When I got home and walked in the garage, and he was just in a state of shock. I had never seen that look on his face before.
Eric battling second and third degree burns, keeping him in OSF St. Anthony Medical Center for more than 2 weeks.
When it's third degree, your skin is dead in essence, and what the only way to heal is going to be actually through a skin graft or a transplantation of skin. Patients into the monitor.
Dr. Polakidis transferring skin from Eric's leg to his badly burned arm. The recovery process so intense, he was forced to take 3 months off work as Collins VP, the longest he's ever been away from the job.
I was still trying to, not just physically, but mentally and emotionally recover, because one thing I've picked up is if it's traumatic, it's probably just as much, if not more, emotional and mental than it is physical.
He's a very driven individual and has put a lot of time and effort and energy into his job and into the company. And the support that he received, I think, showed him. It was kind of humbling for him.
Eric says that experience changed his life, allowing him to prioritize a work-life balance, taking care of himself before taking on the world.
Now I've figured out that I need to do a better job of making sure I'm the one with both hands on the wheel on where I go, and I think that's what a lot of people would benefit from.
And it refers to it too as if he's on an airplane, right? They tell you to put the oxygen mask on yourself before you put it on your kids and the people around you. He says he would wake up in the mornings, first thing many of us do, you check your phone, you want to get the day started, almost glued to your phone when you're in that role. He now takes a second to himself. He really has changed the way he leads as well, being more mindful of mental health and realizing that the recovery is not just physical, but also mental as well.
Yeah, and I think what's amazing is to learn that OSF has a burn center in the area. It's the only one in the area.
It's the only one, and that's something that they learned too when they arrived. You know, you are obviously weighing all of your options, wanting to know if you're in the best place. It's one of 5 burn centers in Illinois. The next closest one, I believe, is in the Chicago area. And you saw Dr. Polakidis there, very well respected in not only our area, in the Chicagoland area as well. So, you know, we appreciate Eric sharing his story with us. Could help a lot of people in the future.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.